It feels like AI is evolving faster than we can keep up, right? One month there's a new tool, the next, it's already been upgraded. But what if I told you the key to staying ahead isn't some complex technical skill? What if it's something we all have? Today, we're going to dig into how simple curiosity is your secret weapon, your biggest professional advantage in this new era. And just so you know, all the insights we're covering today are drawn from Chapter 6 of a fantastic tutorial by Virtualization Options LLC on AI and human synergy. All right, let's jump right in.
So, this is the big question on everyone's mind. With AI developing at this incredible pace, we're talking major leaps in months, not years. How do you possibly keep up and make sure you're still valuable?
That question leads us straight to our first big challenge, just the sheer speed of AI's evolution. It feels like the ground is constantly shifting under our feet, and honestly, the pace is only getting faster. This creates a whole new kind of pressure for all of us.
I mean, think about it. The AI systems that were mind-blowing last year could be old news by next quarter. We're seeing new abilities pop up so fast that they can completely upend an entire industry, seemingly overnight. This isn't a situation where you can just learn one thing and be set for your career. It's a state of constant, continuous change.
So if the tech itself is always changing, what's the one skill that actually lasts? Well, that's where curiosity comes in, and I'm not talking about it as just some soft skill. In the age of AI, it's basically a survival mechanism.
You know, it really all boils down to two fundamental mindsets. You can be a passive consumer, someone who sees AI as this big threat and gets anxious about being replaced. Or you can be an active learner. The active learner asks a much more powerful question: how can I use this? And that simple shift in perspective changes everything. It turns a threat into a massive opportunity.
This shift is captured perfectly in the source material, which points out that curiosity is what transforms potentially threatening technological change into exciting opportunity. It's literally the move from being on the defense to stepping into a creative partnership. This curious mindset, this active learning approach, is the foundation for something that experts are calling AI literacy. And really, that's just a modern way of saying lifelong learning for the world we live in now.
And AI literacy probably isn't what you think it is. It's not about learning to code or becoming a data scientist. It's about understanding what AI is good at and, just as importantly, what it's not good at. This knowledge is what turns AI from some mysterious, scary black box into a tool that you can actually understand and use strategically. So, what does that actually look like day to day? Well, it's about getting the basics of how these systems learn. It's knowing which tasks are perfect for an AI and which ones are just not. It's about mastering the art of writing a good prompt, and maybe most critically, it's about developing the wisdom to know when you can trust an AI's answer and when you absolutely need to double-check its work.
And look, this isn't just some nice-to-have theory. It pays off in the real world. Research is showing a direct link between having strong AI literacy and having both higher productivity and, get this, greater job satisfaction. So people aren't just getting more done, they're actually happier doing it.
Okay, so we get why curiosity and AI literacy are so crucial. But how do you actually practice it? How do you build that learning muscle? Let's break down a super practical framework for doing just that.
The source lays out this simple but really powerful 5-step cycle. First, you discover. You actively go looking for new tools. Then you experiment. You get your hands dirty, you play around, you try stuff. After that, you reflect on what worked and what didn't. Next, you integrate the things that worked into your actual workflow. And finally, you share what you learned with your team, which not only helps them, but also solidifies your own understanding.
So, how do you turn this cycle into a real habit? The source recommends a fantastic idea: scheduling regular play lab sessions. This is just dedicated time you put on your calendar to play, to explore, and to experiment with these tools without the pressure of a deadline.
And to make these sessions super effective, you keep a little learning journal. As you're playing, just jot down a few things. What capabilities totally surprised you? What were the frustrating limitations where it just fell flat? What kind of prompts seemed to work really well? And most importantly, how could you use what you just found in your real work? This simple act turns random playing into disciplined, focused learning.
As we start to wrap up here, it's pretty clear that all of these tools and techniques really come down to one central idea. The AI tools are going to change constantly, but your mindset, your approach to them, that's what's going to determine your success.
At the end of the day, Building that habit of disciplined curiosity is what moves you from feeling like you're resisting change to becoming a creative partner with AI. You stop just reacting to what's happening and you start directing it.
So, that leaves us with one final, very practical question. It's not if you should start exploring, but when. So what do you think you'll discover in your very first Play Lab session? Go find out.